All right. Welcome back to Dashboard Impressions.
Evening, folks.
We, after a long, long time, finally got to watch the Avengers.
Oh, yes.
Age of Ultron. All right. Well,
It's really late.
quit being such a wussy.
Hey, you didn't work all day.
Put a freaking roof up. I don't want to hear it.
Hey, it's your roof.
I think the whole roof is fine.
Yeah.
Anyways, all right. We're gonna address something that I wanted to talk about at the beginning.
Oh, yeah.
The fact that we got here late.
But I was speeding.
We
the
missed
whole
the
way.
first 5 minutes of the movie because of that, and we saw
Roughly,
none
yeah.
of the trailers.
Yeah, no trailers.
Which means no trailers this time. Sorry, guys. I hope you aren't too disappointed about the lack of trailers.
So chances are they'd probably be the same one we've already seen.
Maybe.
It is the same one.
We might have seen a trailer that we didn't care to see that somebody already did see with someone else.
Oh. Yeah.
Change is coming. Ugh.
Yeah, I've seen that one a couple times.
Fantastic Four. Oh, here, there's the guy going in his car.
We'll leave that. We'll leave that be for now.
That's all of the popcorn. Just so you know.
He's
What's he gonna do with the popcorn?
I have no idea.
Like, throw it away at the end of the day. That's just like a whole bag of popcorn.
Wow, that's...
Hey, all right.
You know, that is the most suspicious looking thing I've ever seen, though. Honestly.
Trash bag full of popcorn. Anyway,
Is it popcorn or is it dead babies? You don't know.
at this point, it's up in the air.
It's up in the air, man. All right, anyways, after that little hiccup, I don't want to give him too much guff, even though he didn't care that much because he's seen the movie already. Yeah. Oh, you want to get better lighting?
Spotlighting
Oh
in
my
your face.
God. I look awful.
I know, right?
Awful.
just
Sexy.
not
You didn't want. You weren't the one who got sun poisoned today, all right?
Yeah, wine.
I'm glad I didn't yum it, so that's good.
He got paid.
Yeah, I did get paid, so I'm
So
not gonna
don't feel
complain.
too bad for him.
I didn't throw up, but I got paid, so I'm good.
Hey. This isn't a vlog for us to whine about our personal problems, okay?
Movie.
All right. So the movie. All right. Well, I'm sure a ton of people seen it, so I'm not gonna go with a spoiler warning. That goes without saying at this
Yeah.
point. These videos are full of spoilers. They're always full of spoilers.
Spoiler-tastic.
Yeah. Fucking. You watch these kind of videos, you know what's gonna happen. All right. From where we came in, the country of Zarkovia. That's what it was called, right? Yeah.
Zarkosia?
Oh,
It's a city,
what-
whatever.
That place. I think it was a country. It was like a
city.
small
It was a
country.
city in the
City.
Ukraine.
Whatever. That place,
Some
that
zero.
snowy place full of Hydra, was under attack by the Avengers. We got to see Baron Strucker for all of 5 minutes, which was kind of cool for a comic guy like me. I get to see Baron Strucker. I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool, yeah.
And then he gets ganked by
Yeah,
Captain
then he
America.
then he gets killed off screen later, which was lame.
It happens.
But that's the sort of death they could even easily wish away later and say that it was it was like faked.
Also, when you got that many characters,
Well, he's a seedy fucking character. They could easily bring his ass back because he's tied in with a lot
Well,
of
that's
shit.
not shady. He's just crouching next to the garbage can now.
He's watching us, wondering what the fuck we're doing.
I think people do that. You know.
but yeah,
So yeah, Avengers, we get our introductions to Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch, which, hey, apparently they're bad guys at the beginning.
weren't they Magneto's kids?
Yes, that's been a big point of contention of people who don't understand that Disney and Fox aren't working together. Yes, Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver are the children of Magneto. Apparently there's been a retcon of that in the comics recently where they said that actually they're not, and they're not even mutants, but I'm guessing that's all because of the whole battle with Fox over the
Yeah.
X-Men.
Because in the movie, they're
And the Fantastic Four.
they're genetic like
They're,
Somehow they
they're
use
experiments.
somehow they use Loki's staff to freaking genetically enhance them.
Well, that kind of makes sense when you know what the staff is throughout the movie.
True.
It's revealed that the orb on the staff is actually housing one of the Infinity Gems.
The Mind Gem.
The Mind Gem, yes.
Whereas the Tesseract had the blue one. I don't know what that one's called though.
I can't remember all these gems, man.
I
know the names of all of them, but I don't remember the color correspondence. Yeah.
And then if you ever watched Guardians of the Galaxy, the purple one's in that. So they're all bringing them together.
I believe the purple is. I want to say the purple was the power gem, but I'm not.
It would make a lot of sense.
I'm
It
not
would make a lot of sense.
Well, see, the thing is, they're all powerful.
What are the
all
colors
those
for the
fucking
Infinity Gems?
Purple, yellow, blue.
Are you
red.
seriously? You're Cortana?
Damn it, Cameron!
He's asking the phone.
No.
Cortana, tell us what this is.
Here, look what the hell y'all did. What are the colors of the Infinity Gems? Purple, yellow, blue. I'm seriously your coordinate camera. I asked Cortana a simple question, and you
I thought he
guys
was asking
completely
us.
ruined it.
I'm gonna hide my hat.
What are the colors for the
I'm
Infinity
gonna hide
Gems?
my Captain America hat. I'm just gonna hide my hat.
Anyway.
We made Cody angry. We made
Anyway.
him super angry.
So
I
they get
don't like
Loki's
angry
gem back.
Cody. I don't
They
like
get Loki's
angry
staff
Cody.
back.
He's bad. He's bad when he's angry.
They get Loki's staff back,
Super angry.
and
Get my hat off. Blech.
Scarlet Witch messes with Tony's mind.
Yeah, that apparently they changed her powers where. Well, I'm not even sure what her powers is, like the wavelength they're working on. It's just like she's a walking Deus Ex Machina. She is literally just like, I need to do this. All right.
She's got telekinetic powers, and then she can mess with your brain.
For years in the comics, they call her powers like hex bolts. She would use hex bolts. I don't know what it was meant to be precisely, and then they had that whole thing where they're like, oh no, she's gone nuts and she's altering reality. Apparently her powers can tap into reality itself.
Oh, fun.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know what direction they're going here, but I will say that whatever they're doing with her, it works. It worked for her. She was very intense. The actress, Elizabeth Olsen, did a good job.
Okay, I got it.
Alright, you get the gems?
Purple is space, blue. Oh, they
Okay.
did it different for the movies. In the comics, purple is space, blue is mind, green is soul, yellow is reality, orange is time, and red is power.
And they just, as far as we know, they just
Flip them
switched to.
around in the movies.
It doesn't matter.
Alright.
They are what they are. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it really
Gems are gems. They all
in
the same
in the end,
gems.
Thanos gets them all in his gauntlet, so it doesn't matter.
Spoiler alert! In case you didn't read any of the comic books, or see that after credit scene and be like, oh well, wonder what that means. It's got all the holes in the glove. I wonder what the glove is.
Yeah. Plus that vision that Thor saw.
Fucking everybody knows what's gonna happen.
Yeah, I know it.
Everybody gets this. Like, even people who don't read the comic books have figured this shit out. They're like, oh, the big purple guy, he's going after those little glowy things.
Yeah. I kind of liked...
and the big gold glove is what's going to hold them.
I liked in this movie that they gave Hawkeye a bigger...
Story arc.
Yeah.
They gave him a story arc.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, in the first movie, his only story arc was the fact that he got mind controlled and was pissed off about it afterwards.
Yeah. And him and Romanov had some kind of history.
Well, yeah, they were best friends. Clearly, they're best friends. But, and that was still at play in here. I liked that. He was very protective of Natasha, and she's very protective of him. And I liked that because that's part of who they are as characters in the movies. Mm-hmm. Which that's also part of them as characters in the comics. They're very close in the comics, too.
Friends, man.
We have a fourth person back here, like,
Can't see
splayed
him.
across the floor.
Can't really see him because he's not really...
He's not really participating. He's just there.
But
He's
if you hear a disembodied voice, it's him.
He's like a growth.
In that right lane.
He's sort of like an unused organ. It's just there. You could cut it out and it wouldn't matter.
You call them little brothers, but they're really just cancerous tumors.
Cancerous tumor. He's a cute cancerous tumor.
He still
though.
has the trash bag.
He still
Now,
has the trash
like
bag.
it's tied to his shoulder, because he's not holding it. It was just over his shoulder.
He's
Did he
gonna
walk to his
keep
car
all
with
that
it?
popcorn. He's taking that popcorn home.
He's taking it.
He's gonna have a party.
He literally has like some big black trash
Have some
bags.
fun.
He's gonna have
bag.
tons of fun with popcorn.
I'm gonna ask him tomorrow at school.
Are you going to school, that guy?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, that's cool. He's like, dude,
I got-
I had crazy popcorn. I went home and made popcorn balls and popcorn garland. It's fucking crazy.
I bathed in popcorn.
All right. Anyways, we're getting.
Yeah, we're
all right.
getting off topic.
All right. So,
The party.
Tony figures
Yeah,
out. Yeah. He figures out that the gem is like a computer. It's like a mind of its own or something.
He
So
doesn't
he's
know
like-
it's the gem, though.
Yeah,
he just
yeah.
knows that it's some kind of
he
organic
thinks he can use it to create an artificial intelligence,
being. And they do.
and he wants to create an artificial intelligence to protect the Earth, and he calls the artificial intelligence Ultron.
Yeah.
Oh, there's nothing foreboding sounding about that
Not
name.
at all, not at all. So he gets Banner to help him.
And they, do that whole thing, and they just kind of leave it on autopilot to do its thing.
Yeah.
Jarvis is controlling and doing things, but Ultron wakes up and decides, "Hey, I don't want to be picked apart and done things with."
It's completely factual. He spends 5 minutes on the internet and wants to kill us all.
Yeah. He went
I completely believe that.
he went onto social media and decided, "Hey, I don't really like this place."
Actually, no.
No,
But in
yes,
reality,
yeah.
what he did was he goes and sees that the Avengers. He checks the internet. He finds that the Avengers are a problem. Basically.
I just thought of something terrible. he went onto the internet and saw what they did to Joss Whedon's Twitter, and he's just like, what's the point, man? What's the point? Just wipe them all out.
No,
They're turning on their beloved creators. They may as well all just die.
I thought you were gonna reference B.
I just fucking
If you want to lose faith in humanity, you go to B.
fucking
Don't go to B. Don't.
say no to 4chan, kids. It's a scary place.
It's a scary, spoopy scary.
It's more
There's nothing spoopy about it, okay?
Yeah, I was gonna say it's more than
Spoopy. Spoopy's like sort of fun. Now, there's nothing fun about 4chan, all right?
It's a scary
We've all
place.
done our time there.
I'm still on it. What are you talking about? Where I get all my.
All right. We're getting off topic again. We're just too many tangents here. Too many tangents.
Yeah, we're not paying attention today.
Anyway,
Yeah, fucking, we
kinda
never pay
burnt out.
attention.
So they're partying because they got Loki's scepter back. So according to Thor, they're having revels.
Yeah, there's just like a huge party, and just like who's who. It's like the only people that aren't there are Pepper and
Thor's.
Sam,
I can't
girl.
think of her name.
Sam,
Her name is
Sarah.
not Sam.
Sarah.
It's something.
God
I want to say
damn it!
something with an S.
No, stop with this Sam.
Hold on.
Oh my
Oh,
God!
he's
Let
gonna
me
fucking
ask-
Google it again.
I'm gonna friggin' trade in my geek cred because I can't think of Thor's girlfriend's name.
Cortana, shut up. I don't know.
Aaron Hansen, ladies and gentlemen. No, I'm kidding.
But anyway,
What am I, the Aaron man?
fuck
so they're reveling. They're reveling.
You're like half unconscious and you're rambling like he does.
Oh yeah. They're reveling, and
yeah,
all
yeah.
the guests leave.
Falcon's there,
Stan
War
Lee-
Machine's there, Stan Lee's
gets
there.
His, cameo. He's one of the World War II veterans.
No, he had a Vietnam vet hat on.
Vietnam vet.
What?
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
But,
he drinks some of Thor's alcohol and he has to be
Been
carried
fermented for
out.
1,000 years.
He has to be fucking carried out by his buddies.
Excelsior.
No. Excelsior. He's like slurring
Shut the door.
everything. Yeah, what
It's
are
a
you
cat.
doing?
Shut the door.
Dude, what are you doing?
I heard something.
It's a cat. It's over there by the trash.
Oh my
No
God,
one's-
it's one of those creatures
No
from
one's
the
gonna
pyramid.
mess with
It's
Thor.
one of those creatures from the pyramid. Bail! Fuck!
I don't know what the pyramid is, Brian.
It's a movie about a pyramid with like big cat creatures inside of it.
Okay, anyways. No one's gonna mess with a van full of 4 grown men.
But there's a cat.
Will you
Well,
quit trying to play with
When
the
people
cats?
have guns, they tend to think they're.
The demon cat. All
Bigger
right,
than they
let's
are.
not.
But
Let's not.
that's besides the point.
Let's just not.
We're not even in that kind of neighborhood, but.
Thor girl. What the hell is Thor girl?
Well, the new
Thor
Thor
girl
is
actually.
female.
Well, no, there actually is a character called Thor girl.
What?
Yeah.
Weird.
There actually is a superhero
I'm
couple.
pulling her up. I'm pulling her up.
Fucking Christ. Jane! Her name's Jane!
There it is. There's the Thor girl.
Alright.
See, he didn't even pull it up. He brings up Thor girl.
I looked up what's Thor's
Her name is
girl's
Jane,
name.
alright? Let's move on.
Alright.
Let's move on, God damn it. I am going to hurt you.
What did you do?
God damn it. He's
Put Ultron in his ear.
You have Ultron? Let me see Ultron. Let me see
we
him.
have a little Ultron.
You're never getting him back now.
You will give him
Just
the
because you
I
stuck him in
paid
my
for
ear.
that, damn
A
it.
little Ultron.
Give me my hat or I will
Give me
break
my
your
Ultron.
hand. I will break your hand. I'll give
Break-
Ultron to Cody.
Just Cody paid for it. But
Play
Ultron
with my
shows
Captain
up.
America hat.
Ultron shows up in one of Iron Man's Legion armors.
Kind of.
Yeah,
After
yeah.
I killed
Yeah,
him,
we skimmed over that fact. Apparently Iron Man has a bunch of robots he calls the Iron Legion.
Yeah,
They're
like,
controlled by
they're
Jarvis.
robot cops controlled by Jarvis.
Essentially.
He fought after Ultron
They're
and
chappy.
Jarvis had their fight. Is whenever he
They're
came in.
chappy. Yeah, they're chappy.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, he's got a bunch
I
of
need to see that
chappies.
movie.
it's just, Jarvis doesn't
We already
have
saw
the
that movie.
AI.
All right. We gotta like.
Can we talk about
We gotta-
how awesome it was whenever
we're
Captain
supposed to
America and
summarize-
Thor worked together to...
Yeah, that was cool. All right,
yeah.
summarizing this shit. All right, all that happens. Ultron wakes up. He's like, nah, I don't like humanity. He fights them. He steals the staff. He goes to that fake country that doesn't exist.
And then he sings,
He-
"There are no strings on me."
Because Disney owns Marvel now, they
that
can
was
get away with that shit.
It was creepy because they did an echo
Yeah.
of the actual
Yeah,
song from Pinocchio.
yeah, it was beautiful. It was
It
beautiful.
was kind of creepy.
And
man.
he meets Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch. They band together.
Because they want to kill Tony Stark.
Yeah, because apparently when
Y'all remember the first Iron Man
first
movie?
Iron Man movie, weapons were being sold to bad people all over the
Obadiah
world by
is-
Obadiah
yeah.
Stane, while Tony was not paying attention because
While
he was
Tony was
drunk.
getting drunk.
While he was drunk and whoring.
And they think that it's Stark's fault, which it's not. It's just his company.
Well, you could also argue that it kind of is his fault just because he was not taking charge of his
True,
company like he
true.
should. But even Tony has to live with that shit to this day.
Yeah.
All right, moving on from there. Fights happen. We meet Claw. You guys don't know who that is. That's the guy with the beard. They got his arm chopped off by Ultron.
That's his name.
His
Assuming
name
he's
is
gonna get
Claw.
a claw. Is he gonna get a claw?
Well, his arm was chopped off. So yeah.
Well, he's a smuggler, arms dealer.
He is
Black market arms
a
dealer.
Avengers / Black Panther villain.
And
Black Panther.
He becomes
Black Panther.
Shh.
Is that like?
He becomes living sound.
Wait, what?
Also, he was.
Hold on.
Oh no! Also, he was played by Andy Serkis. If you have continuity related questions, you can ask them later.
Anyway, Ultron,
He's a man who becomes living sound. Let's just
Ultron
move from
buys
there.
all of the vibranium that guy has.
Also, he cuts off his arm.
Yeah, because Ultron's got an anger management problem, apparently.
Yeah.
'Cause-
Anyways, fight happens there to
Hulk,
a
Bruce-
whole bunch of them all get
Yeah.
like mind controlled and shit, and they all freak out, especially the Hulk.
he gets it, and then he starts destroying the town,
Yeah.
the nearby city.
And that like ruins a lot of people's opinion of the
And then you get
Hulk.
to see the Hulkbuster armor, which is sexy.
Yeah, which they call Veronica.
The unit is
I
called
think.
Veronica.
Yeah, I think the pod.
The armor
Yeah.
itself is not called Veronica.
I just thought that was the code name for the entire thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Veronica.
The whole
Hulkbuster
unit
armor
that comes
was
off
awesome.
of the satellite.
It was awesome. Regardless, it was
That
cool.
fight was kind of
It
funny
was really
because
cool.
Tony's like saying silly things. Like he punches one of the Hulk's teeth out, and he goes, "I'm sorry."
Some of the best lines were
He's
in that
terrified.
fight. Yeah, because it's his best friend, and he's having to beat the shit out of him with something that they built together.
Yeah.
it's like, yeah.
He's got like this pneumatic fist that like punches like repeatedly, and he's like, "Go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep."
Tony was on fire in this movie.
yeah.
Robert Downey Jr. He stole the show through a lot of the movie. All right, all that happens. We gotta like
They go into hiding,
Yeah.
which hiding turns out to be Hawkeye's
home.
House.
He's got
With
like
his
a
wife and
farmhouse
children.
with fucking Linda Cardellini, fucking Velma from the Scooby-Doo movies. Or the girl from Freaks and Geeks, whichever you want to say.
I've seen Scooby-Doo. I haven't seen Freaks and Geeks.
You needed to see Freaks and Geeks. It's a great show. Alright, you have Netflix. There's no excuse for that. Fucking watch
You want to know
that.
my excuse for that is?
Yeah.
My PlayStation 4. That's my excuse for that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, you got a dumbass
more
here
things.
has like a big hole through his thumb and he's still playing games with it. He's like, ow, 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 ow.
I damaged the nerve in my thumb when I was cleaning up my old apartment.
Every
'cause I
time he
moved.
bends his fucking
No,
thumb,
it goes,
it just
if it goes
ow.
backwards. If it goes forward, it's fine. But if it goes this way,
Oh, you mean like you just did?
it literally feels like the top splits every time it
Yeah.
goes back too far.
Like that.
Yeah, like that.
Need to
But that's
fucking.
besides the point.
You could take a fucking week and watch Freaks and Geeks and give your thumb a rest. Hey, you wouldn't even need a week. You could probably marathon that in a day.
But
I
let's see.
marathon most anime in a day.
I marathon
hide out-
Daredevil in a day.
They hide out at Hawkeye's house.
Yep.
Yeah, it's nice.
Thor
You get to meet
leaves.
the whole family. They get to all deal with their issues.
You get to find out about Romanov's past.
Yeah, well, I already knew about her
How
past,
she had
but
a hysterectomy.
people who don't know the comics, she's had a bad past. I mean, it's been kind of glazed over in the movies, referenced lightly. But yeah, she worked for the KGB. She was trained from a child to be a killer. She was not in good shape mentally for a long time, even now.
Apparently, the graduation is they give them a hysterectomy.
Uh-huh.
Because apparently children are the one thing that's more important than the mission.
Oh, yeah,
Which, frankly, that makes sense.
Emotional baggage.
Yep.
So they take away the potential emotional baggage. They
And
snip it.
like Hulk, Banner. He's like, I can't have this.
Oh
I
yeah,
can't
yeah,
have
yeah.
kids.
We're not even we've completely glazed over the fact, and I know some people didn't like this fact that Bruce and Natasha are kind of a thing in the movie.
It's adorable.
Honestly, yeah, I thought it was fine. I mean, and I've heard people say that it came out of nowhere, like left field. I'm thinking maybe if you didn't watch the Avengers, but there kind of was a couple of moments between them in the movie, like when she fucking went to get him and everything. Yeah, they kind of, and time has passed since then.
Yeah.
There's been time, maybe it wasn't on screen shown, but there's clearly been time for them to develop feelings for one another over time. Mm-hmm. That's not that hard to believe. Holy fucking shit.
I want to make a comment. Scarlett Johansson was 6-7 months pregnant through
Oh yeah.
heavily pregnant through most of the filming of this movie. And
Yeah,
people are
yeah.
She
They didn't
didn't
give
do
her a lot of
enough
stuff.
fighting.
Yeah, there's apparently a big complaints about people saying that she was too much of a damsel in distress in this movie.
She gets caught once.
She gets caught one time in the entire movie right after she fucking saves the day.
Yeah.
She kicks so much ass before it happens. And then Ultron catches her while she's still kicking ass. She's literally taking the body
Ultron's
that
making
Ultron
himself a
built.
body.
Ultron built this body.
Using
organics and
Organics and bio stuff. Because this doctor lady that's friends with them does that stuff.
Yeah.
Anyways, they build the body, and she gets it into Hawkeye's Quinjet and everything, but she gets captured in the exchange.
Yeah.
Which, that's Natasha for you. She puts the mission first. That's why she's fucking badass Black Widow.
Yeah.
Mission comes first.
Oh yeah. But she gets yoked up, and
of course they're all freaked out about it, especially Bruce and Hawkeye.
they take the body back, the potential body essentially,
Yeah.
back to Stark headquarters.
And Stark
And
gives Bruce the idea that, hey, let's put Jarvis inside this thing.
because Jarvis isn't an AI, we can control Jarvis essentially.
Well, Jarvis is sort of an AI.
Well, he's close.
He's
as close as it can
borderline.
possibly
But
be.
anyways, Thor comes in after doing something with his friend, the doctor.
British guy.
All right, Stellan Skarsgård. I know he's Norwegian.
Well, whatever.
Fucking Stellan Skarsgård. Because I can't remember his character's name. Oh, no, Dr. Selvig.
Yeah,
Selvig, yeah. Dr. Selvig from the Thor movies. And They do the whole thing there, right?
Where Thor wants to see the
Thor
rest
wants
of
to
his
see the
vision.
rest of his vision. He gets like the whole peek at fucking the Infinity Gauntlet, which that'll be like a 2-movie event coming down the line.
And
Yeah, everybody that's shitting themselves about Civil War, like, you have no idea.
Infinity Wars is going to be fabulous.
Infinity War is going to be so much
the
more.
big-
It's a 2-movie event. Fuck.
The big thing is gonna be with the Civil War is like people who don't know the comics are gonna shit their pants.
Oh yeah, because it's Iron Man versus Captain America. Oh my God, we spoiled it! Oh, we spoiled an event that's already happened in the comic books that you can go read.
And Spider-Man reveals his identity to the world.
That might not be. That might not actually happen in the movie though.
Whatever.
They're
All I know,
they're
all
not
I know
gonna
is that
cover
I'm
the-
glad that Marvel got Spider-Man back so he can be in the fucking movie.
They got him
Yeah,
back,
yeah.
sort of.
Because
They
he's
got, like,
kinda
a-
stuck.
I got a comment. Joss Whedon actually complained because he wanted to have both Captain Marvel and Spider-Man in this movie, but Disney and Marvel Studios weren't able to get the characters
Is
cast
Captain
in time.
Marvel in Civil War? Like in the whole Civil
Well,
War
she was
thing?
still Miss Marvel at the time, but yeah.
I didn't know that.
But in
But I
the
know
movie, she will
Spider-Man
never
was-
be Miss Marvel. She will always be Captain Marvel from the beginning.
Well, see, I knew Spider-Man was like kind of stuck in the
Dude,
middle between.
Civil War involved everybody. The only characters
Oh,
it
yeah.
didn't involve were characters who weren't on Earth.
Oh,
If they were on Earth, they were involved.
yeah, it's intense.
Well,
Like,
it's that superhero.
if you ever if you're ever interested in learning about Civil War,
You want
just
to know
look
who?
up the books. There's like
Yeah. You want to know who wasn't
novels
involved?
that Make a stack like this.
Hulk and all of the cosmic characters. They were the ones that weren't involved.
Hulk was off planet.
Yeah, Hulk was on. He was doing his own thing in Planet Hulk.
Yeah. Planet Hulk could be a good movie, I think.
Yeah, it would.
It already is a movie.
Yeah, all right. We're not going to talk about the animated movies
I
right now.
like that.
La la ma na na yeah.
I
But
It's good.
No, 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 no. Avengers.
But so let's see, where were we?
We, all right. Thor ends up coming
Captain
after all that.
America.
He Captain America.
and Tony get into a fight.
Yeah, because Scarlet Witch switched sides because she got a peek into Ultron's brain and saw Ultron destroying the Earth.
Yeah.
So she's like, hey, me
That's
and my
not
brother don't like that, so we're going to be Avengers now.
We wanted to kill Tony, we didn't want to kill everybody.
Yeah,
basically.
Sort of thing. And
And Captain
they
America and
she
they all get
tells
into a little fight.
yeah, she tells Captain America about this, that she thinks something bad's going to happen if Tony
gets
does this.
a hold of the body.
Tony disagrees. They have a fight. Thor comes in.
comes busting out of nowhere.
He smacks his hammer into the body,
With all
lightning,
lightning.
and then Vision pops out of the pod. Vision is a android character who's been in the comics for a long time. In the comics, he was actually created by Ultron as a mole in the Avengers. He was meant to infiltrate the Avengers and take them apart from the inside, but he ended up turning on Ultron and becoming a hero.
Does Vision have the mind gem in his?
He has a gem, but not the mind gem. That's just something that worked in the movies.
Okay, well in the movie he's got the mind
Yeah, yeah.
in his forehead.
Basically, the mind gem fused with Jarvis and created a new being. That's basically what happened here.
Yeah.
It was neither thing that was going to happen. It wasn't like, we're not going to stop this and we're not going to do this. It was like somewhere in the middle, bam, this happened.
So
And then a baby came and his name was Vision.
turns out the guy who plays Vision is
Paul Bettany.
yeah.
Yeah. As you,
When we
as
were
you
watching
know him.
When we were watching him, I was like, this guy seems familiar. Then I was like, I've seen his bare ass in A Knight's Tale.
Yes, Paul Bettany. He played Chaucer in A Knight's Tale.
Which, frankly, I think that's Heath Ledger's best movie.
Well, we're not here to suck Heath Ledger's dick,
I know.
okay? All right?
I'm just saying.
All right, we're here to talk about the event.
I know. I'm just
He's
saying.
asleep, isn't he?
Yes. yes.
No?
No.
He's close. Anyway,
All right.
Vision shows up.
Vision shows up. He tells them what he's there. What he wants to protect
And
humanity.
then the Hulk gets right up. Bruce gets right up in his face, and he's like, "If you are the monster that Ultron created you to be," he's like, "What will you do?" And he just kind of stares at him, and he's like, like Vision gets it, and then he goes, "You may not believe me, but we have to go." And he just picks up Thor's hammer and offers, like, to give it to Thor, because that's Thor's weapon, and he's just
Yeah,
like,
because as everyone's seen in the previews, there's that whole part in the party where they're all picking up the hammer and
Yeah.
like dick measuring contest. And just FYI, for anybody that doesn't read the comics, Captain America was probably faking during that part out of courtesy, because that's who Captain America is. In the comics, Cap actually can lift the hammer. He's one of the few people or beings in the universe who is worthy to lift Thor's hammer. It's why you see it budge during that scene.
Yeah.
He was probably faking not being able to pull it up, and that was your hint that he was faking.
That was Thor's the great reaction from Thor. Just his face falls.
because him like budging it was him realizing, oh shit, I can pick this up, and then he fakes it from that point on. That's the way I read that scene. So yeah, but I wouldn't doubt if there's like a scene in maybe even Civil War or something where we get to see him actually pick up the hammer.
That'd be cool.
That would be neat.
But so Vision offers the hammer to Thor, and everybody's just like,
yeah, they're all kind of
and Thor's like, all right, that's good enough for me.
Clearly he's worthy, so we can trust this guy, I guess.
And then the second time he picks it up is during the fight.
Yeah.
And he actually hits
Ultron with it.
And he goes, that is terribly well balanced. And he goes, well, if it was off balance, you'd lose some power on the off swing.
The good thing about the last half hour of the movie is there's not a lot of plot to go into, because most of it's just fighting.
Oh yeah. Glorious action.
Ultron is taking over Zarkovia, or whatever the fuck this place is called. That place.
He basically
he turned it into what he was turning it into
a meteorite.
Yeah, a giant asteroid smashing the Earth.
He used the vibranium to make thrusters.
Yeah.
Built into the Earth, and it brings up giant piece of the city.
It looked like he was using parts of the alien technology too, because that was
I think that's what he supplemented with. Yeah.
But yeah, the whole thing was happening. They're all fighting him, and they're trying to evacuate the city. And they're like, "Well, we can't evacuate the city. All these people, and it's floating up in the sky."
Yeah, we can't.
And then Nick Fury shows up on a big helicarrier. Like, and if you don't watch Avengers or not Avengers, fucking Agents of Shield, Agents of Shield teased the helicarrier existing, because in the episode right before the movie hit, that was the big thing. Like Coulson's like, helicarrier. So yeah,
that helicarrier was sexy.
That was foreshadowing. So Fury was able to get all the innocent people there. Also, War Machine showed up and was helping fight. That was pretty awesome.
War Machine.
I was disappointed that the Falcon wasn't also there. I was expecting both of them to be there.
Yeah.
That's what I was expecting.
He shows up.
He stated that he wasn't too crazy about doing all that earlier in the movie.
All right.
He's happy with what
which that doesn't make sense with the ending, though. Anyway,
Hawkeye ends up giving a pep talk to Scarlet Witch.
Yeah. In the thick of things, she's kind of freaking out. He gives her a pep talk, and she decides that she's gonna get into all this.
He's like, if you stay here, I'll tell your brother to come find you. It'll be all right. But if you go out that door, you are an Avenger.
Yeah.
And he just kind of leaves.
And then she ends up coming out and she kills a bunch of robots, and it's pretty awesome. Lots of awesome stuff's happening. There's also like kind of a thing between Quicksilver and Hawkeye where because Quicksilver, even in the comics, he's a smartass.
Oh yeah.
He is an egotistical fucking smartass who gets easily annoyed with everybody because, as he has put it in the comics, everybody else is moving slow and it drives him nuts. So yeah, the only person he tolerates in the world is his sister.
There's a pretty funny scene where he comes in and he grabs his sister and takes her off to where more fighting is, and he's like, "Catch up, old man!" And he's like, Hawkeye pulls his bow.
Oh,
and he's like,
I could do it. No one would know. No one would know,
kid.
No one would know. It's like, how did it happen? I don't know. It was the thick of the fight. I found him underneath an Ultron robot.
That was funny.
But then that ends up becoming less funny after what happens later. See, as they're getting on the lifeboats and everything, and Hawkeye's going to get on one, but there's a kid, and he goes to save the kid, and Ultron's shooting at all the people.
Ultron
and he's going to...
Quinjet, that was it.
He's going to kill Hawkeye and the kid, and then Quicksilver sees it. He runs to save him, but he gets shot.
Yeah, he shoves...
This is something. All right. This is something I will give to people being pissed off about this movie, but this is not something I've heard people get pissed off about. Fucking Joss Whedon, which I've heard in other things, but not this thing necessarily. Joss Whedon's inability to make anything without killing an important character. God damn it, Whedon!
Yeah,
Stop killing characters. You already scarred me with Serenity. Stop it. I can't handle this anymore, man.
Quicksilver.
I can't
got-
handle.
Well, it was a 50
Fucking
caliber
shit.
rotary machine.
Didn't you get enough blood in Serenity?
Nope.
Shit. The only solace I take from this is that this is the Marvel Universe and fucking death's a revolving door in the Marvel
Yeah.
Universe.
But yeah. So Quicksilver gets
Killed.
shot up.
Yeah.
Death is a
show a
woman in the
funeral.
Marvel universe.
No, what?
Death is a woman.
True. Death is
I'm
a
just
woman.
saying it's a revolving door
No,
policy,
it's
though.
it's not. She's
So,
not a door.
Will you shut your
Didn't show
mouth,
them
all
putting
right?
his body in the ground, so obviously.
Not obviously, but
So,
yeah, they could bring him back.
They could say they put him in the
Thor and
cradle
Iron Man.
boom.
They could do
destroy
a
the
lot of
city,
things.
Basically, after everybody gets off, Thor and Iron Man
Yeah, they
co-op
completely
to destroy the city.
They destroy the big rock in the sky. Everybody gets saved except for Quicksilver. Ultron and Vision have a thing. After that happens, where it's like the last Ultron body, and Vision and him are staring at each other.
And he's like, Ultron says, "They're doomed, you know," and he goes, "Oh yes, I know, but nothing's beautiful because it lasts."
Yeah.
Basically, Vision's saying he knows we're doomed, but
He wants to hang around with us anyways.
He wants to see us in all our beauty, basically.
Yeah. He likes us. He wants to stick by us until the end. Then he kills Ultron.
Well, yeah. 'Cause Ultron is essentially a virus at this point.
Hulk ended up in the Quinjet that Ultron was in. He threw.
Yeah,
he threw
there was
Ultron
a hilarious
out.
scene. He gets in the Quinjet, and Ultron goes, "Oh, you've got to be kidding me!" And he throws Ultron out of the Quinjet. That was glorious.
Oh shit.
And
No, I think he says, "Oh my God, really?"
Oh, that was it. Yeah.
Because it was so funny. Oh my God, can we talk about the fact that Ultron was one of the funniest things in the movie, even though he's a villain?
Oh yeah,
his
smarmy.
mannerisms.
He is smarmy as hell.
He's in a smarm contest with Tony Stark.
Oh yeah. Which is, it's funny.
Like, even when serious shit's happening, he's like he's being smarmy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
Like the right before the firefight on the ship.
It was beautiful.
But it was like
I'm sorry. That can probably be fixed.
Yeah, he cuts off Claw's arm, and he's like, I'm sorry, that probably really hurts. I'm sure that can be fixed. I'm sure we can do something for that.
and then he kicks him down the stairs.
Yeah. But I just get so angry that it kicks him down the stairs. That was beautiful.
Because as we established, Ultron's got an anger management
Yeah.
issue.
So yeah, we get happy-ish ending, but Hulk's still in the Quinjet.
He's flying away.
Yeah.
And
Instead of coming back, because Natasha's trying to get him to come back,
Natasha says you got to turn the ship around, and he just kind of
turns off
the communications.
Yeah, and he just keeps flying.
And he just kind of
Obviously, Bruce and Hulk have gone full on into leave us the fuck alone mode.
No, I want to point out something. It seems like in this movie, especially, Hulk's moving more towards what he is in the comics, where he's still Bruce Banner, even in Hulk mode.
Well, that's been
rage
done
beast.
on and on in the comics, like off and on.
Yeah.
Over the years.
Yeah,
Sometimes it'll be just like, "Arr," and sometimes he'll be like,
Well, see, the problem with the Rage Beast is that he's just as intelligent as Bruce.
Yeah.
But the
just
rage
as
gets the
intelligent,
hold
just
of him.
articulate. The rage just grabs onto him.
Yeah.
That's why Banner does the meditation.
Through a large chunk of the 90s, there was a whole thing where Hulk was... He didn't go back to Bruce. He was always Hulk.
Yeah. So there's some pictures.
That's known as the Smart Hulk, and
There's
he
some
wore
funny
like
pictures
a
of him with
brown
lab coat.
His normal thing he wore all the time was like this brown jumpsuit with brown boots, full body jumpsuit, but with like a low V-neck line,
funny.
like descending with high collar.
That's
He had a high collar.
Very, very 90s.
It was very strange. It was one of the straight. I don't even want to say that was 90s. It looked like something straight out of the 70s.
Looked like Nightshade.
Oh my
Claws
god.
of
Oh my god, it was weird. It was weird.
Yeah.
It's not the worst look for him, but man, it was a little strange.
Yeah.
So yeah, all of this stuff happens. Basically, the Avengers are kind of in shambles at the end of it, but they don't like hate each other. Hulk's out. Iron Man opts out because he feels responsible for all this shit. At the end, it's basically just it's Captain America
and Black Widow
to build a new team.
And the new team consists of Scarlet Witch,
Vision, Falcon, and War Machine. So you got
that's the new Avengers.
Yeah, the new Avengers. Yep. I mean, that's pretty good, Luke.
Yeah.
Unless they decide to resurrect Quicksilver, then you have another member. They can do that. I'm guessing
Spider-Man an Avenger, or
he becomes an Avenger eventually. They might even decide to throw Ant-Man into that mix before we get the next Avengers movies.
That'd be
because the Infinity War is the next big Avengers movies.
That would be pretty cool if Ant-Man's pretty cool, but frankly, I don't see it being terrible.
I mean, I've heard people hating on the Ant-Man movie mostly because of what Disney did to the previous person who was working on it.
Edgar Wright.
Edgar Wright. He was kind of muscled out of it. And I also I agree that was shitty. That they shouldn't have done that. But at the same time, don't just hate on the movie just because of what happened there. If the movie's good, let it be good. Don't just shit on it arbitrarily because of your personal feelings.
I mean, I like Edgar Wright.
Yeah. Like, even Edgar Wright, I think, would say that. Like, just don't arbitrarily shit on. Man, this has been a long video.
Well, we started rambling.
It's over 40 minutes, man.
We started rambling and shit.
Which, we've had long videos, but man, this is long.
They always go like this.
So,
no, we've had much longer ones than that.
I know, but 40 minutes is normal.
Well, we've had shorter and we've had longer.
Yeah, so we get a cool scene. We don't actually get the full sentence out of Captain America at the end where he goes, "Avengers, assemble!" No, he just says "Avengers," and then it cuts.
Yeah, it was cool. You got to see Falcon in kind of a closer to the comics gear. It's basically his gear he was wearing in the Winter Soldier movie, but it's kind of tinged red and stuff now, red and white. Because in the comics he wears red and white.
Yeah.
So I like that. Because I know the actor that plays him, Anthony Mackie, really wanted to wear the suit from the comics. So I'm sure he was happy about that.
And then the credit scene.
Yeah, there's only one credit scene this time.
Played towards the beginning of the credits.
No after the credits are completely done.
No silly one like all the guys eating shawarma together.
Or no super cool one like was rumored about like the Black Panther popping up at the end. No, that didn't happen, sadly.
But so we see like we're like the inside of a vault and it's opening.
And then there's a big golden gauntlet.
Glorious Infinity Gauntlet. And then Thanos puts it on, he goes, "I'll do it myself." And that's the end.
I'll do it myself then. And it's
that's,
just that's the end. So obviously,
Damn if that gauntlet didn't look good.
Oh yeah, it looked awesome. So yeah, like we've been saying through the whole video, clearly this is just like, oh look, it's the Infinity Gauntlet. This is what's coming next. This is the big thing we're building towards. Everybody's shitting themselves off about fucking Civil War. Civil War doesn't mean squat.
Civil War's gonna be good.
Civil War might be a great movie. It might be great. Like the comics, the main problem I have with the comics is how out of character everybody was.
Man.
Like they turned Tony into a stereotypical villain, and they made Steve do some really stupid shit just so they could make this story work. And that's not good. If you're gonna do the story, do it believably.
Well, we'll see how it works out.
But I think obviously they have to do it differently because there's not as many characters to work with.
In other news, Mad Max is probably going to be our last Dashboard Impressions.
Last with him. He's retiring because he's moving to Seattle.
I'm moving up to Seattle to live with my dad for a while because I lost my job down here. I lost my apartment.
We don't need to hear your life story. No, I'm kidding.
Shit went south for me. So
we're bidding Cameron adieu, but that's okay. We still got Cody.
Yep.
Maybe we can get that loser in the back to participate more.
No, I leave in 90 days.
He's going.
Well, you could watch a movie in 90 days, sir.
But Mad Max for sure. We're gonna watch that. I need to marathon the first 3 before that one.
Yeah, you need to watch all the. Which you don't have to, but you would want to get yourself in the mood.
I've been kind of
really
wanting to
good
see
movies.
them anyway because I've heard Mad Max are good movies. I've just never seen them. And
Oh,
if,
man, they're
if my
classics.
father heard that I've never seen Mad Max, he'd probably slap me.
Watch
I didn't
these
even
now.
know there was
Watch
more
them
than
now.
one movie.
He would slap you, pull them off his shelf, because I'm sure he owns them, and be like, "Will you watch these right now?"
I'm sure he owns them too.
And he's gonna watch this. You've shown him these videos. He's gonna watch this. He's
Actually,
gonna judge you.
I've never explicitly shown him. He actually like was interested, which is good. Which I like that.
What's his name? I'll email him the video.
His
I'll send
name
it to him on
is Tad.
Facebook.
Tad. Is
I'll
his
go
name.
onto your Facebook and find him. Be like, hey, you should watch this video and judge your son.
Yeah, I didn't even know there was more than one Mad Max.
There's three of them. There's
Oh yeah,
Mad
there's three.
Max, Beyond Thunderdome.
Well, no. You're in out order.
Oh, sorry.
Mad Max, The Road Warrior,
Road Warrior,
and then Beyond
and then
Thunderdome.
And then this new one, Fury Road.
Yeah.
So the new one is a continuation?
Well, all right.
I don't know.
The way the Mad Max series works, there kind of is a clear timeline in the first three, but the way this one's operating, you're not sure where it falls in the timeline.
Okay.
Because in the third movie, Beyond Thunderdome, he's got kind of gray streaks on the side of his hair, but he's got his hair cut real short right now in this movie, so it could be after or it could be before. You don't know. But that's not really important. The point is, it's a Mad Max story. This is Mad Max. There you go.
Looks pretty sick. So,
So, for now, we're going to sign off. Like I said, no trailers this time.
you probably tell we liked it because we just kind of nerded for a while.
Yeah, I mean, well, we knew this was going to be a long episode anyways because this is a big movie.
Yeah.
Like, this was a movie that was built up over a long time. Like, we all knew this movie.
We saw the teaser last year, and we've been waiting for it.
I'm
since
sorry
then,
we didn't
so-
get to see Unfriended. Maybe we can try and squeeze that in if we can find any place that's still playing it.
Yeah.
I think Cobb over in Merritt Island might still be
Might
playing
be,
it.
yeah.
Because last I checked, they were.
It is.
If we can get over there sometime, we can maybe get a video. That'd be good. Cody won't be in that one, though.
Yeah, probably just be me and Brian.
Yeah. So that might be our next episode, actually.
Yeah.
But Mad Max
Mad
will
Max
probably definitely be the last one with him.
Because after Mad Max comes out, I don't think there's anything else coming out that'll be interesting.
So
Except maybe,
I'm sorry, all Cameron fans. He's gonna bid farewell. I mean, he might come back to visit someday,
Oh,
but
of
for
course.
for now,
Plus, I got my own.
for now he's here.
I'm doing my own thing.
Yeah,
I
until
would
he
be.
comes back.
I would be if I didn't have to worry about getting moved and all this crap.
Yeah.
But that's besides the point. That'll happen.
Yeah,
when it happens.
things happen, man.
Yeah.
Whatever works. Whatever works. All right, we're gonna end this. So, all right, let me just pick this piece of shit up here. All right, say bye.
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 Get up.
Say bye.
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 Blondie.
Bye.